Train the muscles, not the joints.
Now, this is a subject that I've talked about before, and I actually have shown you in the day in the life of me eating, right? A day of eating with me video, and I will do more of this stuff on this channel. But the fact is that a lot of people don't understand that just eating the muscle meat and just eating vegetables and certain nutrients in your diet are not necessarily going to give you the complete nutritional paradigm that you may get from organ meats. So a lot of you guys know that I eat beef liver from time to time. Now, it's not because I enjoy the taste or anything, but what I've noticed is that my pump goes through the roof when I eat this, because what happens is that sometimes I feel like I'm flattened out where I don't have enough nutrition. And it's not nutrition from calories or macros, it's something to do with minerals and blood production in the body. And I've noticed that there's a certain magic to eating liver that all of a sudden will pep up my entire system. Now, this is something that you'll only notice if you're sensitive with your system, but because I'm so in tune with my body that I know this. So if you're wondering why I'm pumped today, well, that's what happened. I just had some liver, and I shit you not, within a period of an hour, hour and a half, my body started to fill out. Mountain. So this got me thinking, right? Based on the ancestral thinking or native thinking, you know, I've got some native roots in me. Some of you guys ask from time to time. And this got me thinking about the logic behind eating the entire animal instead of just eating one piece of it, or just eating the flank of a moose, or just eating part of the lobster. Like I grossed you guys out, or a few of you guys, from eating the entire lobster. Like I don't just eat, if I eat lobster, I don't just eat the tail, right, and the claws. I'll actually eat the body. Like I'll eat the roe, like the eggs and the green stuff, like the blood or whatever, right? Because I find that my body feels unbelievable when I do this. And I enjoy the taste, actually. It almost tastes like cheese, right? Once you do this, you'll notice that there's a certain type of nourishment that you get from the food that is different than you just eating one piece of it or one part of it, right? When I just eat chicken breast all the time, it's almost like I feel like I'm made of air. So I can sustain my body for a period of time like that, but then it's like I'm missing some sort of nutrient. And vitamins and supplements, as much as they can be valuable at times, will not necessarily bring up those minerals as well as just eating organ meat. I find I get a totally different feeling from it. If I take a supplement, I never seem to get the same effect as when I eat the organ meat. Now, why is this? Is it just because there's different minerals in there? Or is there an intelligence, like a lot of Native Indian ancestors thought? Shut up, I'm trying to talk here. This goose is like trying to chime in. I think he's pissed off. He thinks I'm gonna eat him. I'm not gonna eat you. Don't worry, you're protected today. For today. Tomorrow I can't guarantee anything, but yeah, I get it. Sorry about the interruption. I got to thinking, like, what if there's an intelligence to all the organs, like the native ancestors thought, where there's a certain healing that is involved from ingesting those organs. Now, there's a lot of organs that I have not eaten. I have not eaten kidney, I've not eaten pancreas, I've not eaten the heart, you know, although I do enjoy chicken hearts. I love the taste of chicken hearts. I've never told you this, but chicken hearts are unbelievable in a stew. They taste unreal. If you've never tried them, I'm telling you, they're worth trying. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that there may be another element to the healing effect that this plays out in the body. And there has been some experiments in this where they basically put some sort of dye into the meat or into the organ, and then somebody ingests the organ, and then they found that pieces of that organ end up in the same corresponding organ of the person who ingests it. So there's some sort of resonance that goes on there that's worth taking a look at. So my grandpa, when he was fishing, he would eat cod livers right out of the codfish, right there in the boat. He would ingest all these things. So it was normal to him. Some other people thought it was disgusting, but that was what he did. And a lot of hunters do this. Well, there's a reason for it. And honestly, I think that there is a missing link in the healing and nutritional quality of our diets in Western society because we do not ingest a lot of these other things that a lot of our ancestors, no matter where we came from, they did. Like whether you're Caucasian, whether you're Native, whether you're from some other culture, a lot of times when they did ingest animals, they didn't just ingest the flank or just the tender cuts of muscle meat. They actually ingested a lot of the organ meats as well, because they knew that there was some sort of healing benefits and nutritional benefits to this type of food. Now, the one thing I want to say is that if you're nutritionally deficient in something, it doesn't matter what type of healing you do on yourself. It doesn't matter what type of macros you ingest. It doesn't matter what type of training technique that you apply to your training. you will never be able to rehabilitate yourself out of a nutritional deficiency. So sometimes some of you guys are obsessing about, oh, I got to do this, I got to roll my muscles out, I got to get a massage, or I got to, train differently. Yeah, these are all good things to look at. But sometimes if you've tried everything, there's a possibility that there's a nutritional deficiency and you need to get the highest possible absorbability of that certain type of nutrition to establish an effect or a healing effect in your body and to start healing again, right? You can't build a house out of air, we know this. So it's the same thing with all nutrients. And nutrients, when it comes down to building muscle or having a healthy body, is not just about protein, carbs, and fats. It also has to do with your minerals and vitamins. And some of these minerals and vitamins are found in highly absorbable forms in high concentrations in organ meat. So make sure you take a look at it if you are experiencing some sort of weird ache and pain. And there are some cases where people have severe skin issues or digestive system problems, and sometimes just by eating organ meat, all of a sudden it just clears up like that. Because the problem is a deficiency, it isn't necessarily a disease at that point, right? So yeah, I thought this was a worthwhile thing to talk to you about because it's something that started with a conversation that I had with a man that actually owns a company just recently. And he approached me based on this type of knowledge. And it's something that I revisit from time to time in my own training and realize that when I start to feel really empty, I have to go eat some organ meats in order to fill up again. And it's amazing how different your body will look. So if you're feeling empty, feeling flat, feeling like there's a lack of energy or something, go eat some beef liver, try to get it organic if you can, and see how you feel in the next day after you do this. It might be crazy. You might be really surprised with the result. And you just can plug your nose and eat it. So yeah. So anyway, I hope this helps you out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to go home, you just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com, and thanks to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now.
Gallant! Gallant!